Oh, she's got to get her coffee open. She's like, before you start that, guys, it is freezing, but the sunrise is beautiful. So I will show you this. Hold on a second. Now I get. There you go. Anyway, the sunrise is beautiful. It is probably, what temperature is it? It's like 2 degrees, but it feels like 4. Minus, mind you, it's not even whatever. Christina has an appointment this morning at the dentist, and she wants her mama there and grandma there. So we're going. So we left a little bit ago, but I was trying to do a thumbnail while the car was going all over shaking a little bit. So it was hard. But I have my coffee. I have my Mama Bear cup that Josh got me for Valentine's Day. I love it. It is in our look at that, sparkles and everything. It's different colors too, but it's in our link tree. If you're interested, but no, we're off to go see her. We left about 7. Get up at like 6:15 in the morning. You all know I'm not a morning person, but it is freezing out. We had a snowstorm. I mean, it rained. Church was canceled Sunday. It rained and all night, and then it snowed. So then there was just ice on the roads, and then the snow was on top. So it did not make for a very good travel day. So they decided to keep everybody safe and cancel church for safety reasons. So devotions, I'm going to try to record them later on today with Mama in the car. Hi, Pink. How are you? But my voice was in and out yesterday, and I made the decision to rest it. I did a lot of talking on Saturday, and it really strained my voice. So I rested it yesterday. I didn't do really much of anything, and I just rested. But I did a lot of back office stuff, like changed up our quote intros and all that kind of stuff. So when you go check out the shorts, you're going to notice that. And like the jokes, we do jokes every certain amount of time, and so I redid that intro. So I was busy with all that kind of stuff. But thought to take you along for the ride. But man, alive, is it cold? Whew. Beautiful, but it's cold. We told her not to do this again. Please do not do it this early. I don't move very well in the morning. Ooh, there's. Didn't look like it. Looked like a dog. I don't know what it was. Looked way too big for a fox. No idea what it was.
Well, she likes early morning appointments.
Yes, she likes them. I don't.
We have to drive an hour and 20 minutes to get to her.
Yes.
And then another 20 minutes to
yes.
get to the doctor.
Yes. So, Mrs. Smarty Pants, Mrs. Mocha knew something was up this morning. So anyway, I thought I'd just take you along for the ride. I don't often do early morning live, so here you go, guys. If we're this, I'll do it because I'm up and because we'll travel. But that sunrise, beautiful. It is beautiful. I'm not a morning person. My mother has tried to make me a morning person, and I'm just not it. Even in school, I wasn't a morning person. She thought it was smart, so I titled this thing "What We Do for Our Kids." So that's exactly it. And my daughter is fully grown, married, but she'll always be my kid, no matter how old she gets. And so, of course. And I remember my mother, she used to turn off the electric in my room and do all sorts of stuff to get me going in the morning. I just was never a morning person, ever. Still am not today. Of course, with the fibromyalgia, it's worse because I take a while to get moving. So we're going to do a stream, probably not today. I won't do it in the car, but maybe Wednesday. We'll see. Guys, I've went to bed about 1:30, and woke up at 6, so my self won't be tuckered. And then tomorrow we have our therapy appointment, Josh and I, and then we have to go to my doctor's appointment at 1:30. So, um, but sometime within the next couple of days, we just want to do a little bit of a discussion about the connection, why it is so important, how to do it correctly, especially on YouTube, so that we make sure that we're fostering the connection. The cornerstone of this channel is crocheting connection. And so when you guys come in and chat within the chat of a live stream, it helps us. But I could give a rat's tail end about the algorithm of YouTube. I don't think anybody can figure it out. I can't even figure it out. Even people that work for YouTube can't totally figure it out. But we just need to make sure that we're fostering connection, and we're fostering that happening, so we make sure that you guys are connecting in the proper way. You guys are making those connections and building those friendships and building that support system. So we want to make sure we're doing it the correct way. So in the next couple of days, we'll probably have a live stream about that. And I think it's really important, but I don't want to do it in the car. These usually are just come in, chit chat, have discussions, and we really don't know what we do on these drives. We don't. We just go with the flow.
Yeah.
And that's the point of it. And
20 minutes now, the car's finally warming
oh
up.
my gosh, because we couldn't turn off the heat right away because the windows. I mean, thank God for them frost guards. I'll tell you what, this winter, this woman over here, who would often fight about putting those things on, has put them on more times.
Well, it makes
Because-
it so much easier when you have those little
Yeah.
things with the carabiners.
But anyway, the frost guards.
Such a hassle.
The frost guards are in our link tree if anybody's interested, but you put those things on the windows and you don't have to scrape the snow. And we have had some snow this winter. My daughter's like, Mom, I can deal with snow, but this Arctic cold is just another thing altogether. But I'll tell you, any Ohio road crew workers who put the snow and shovel, you guys have been the bomb this year. I mean, you have just been, probably shouldn't have said that word on YouTube, but oh well. You really have just, you knocked it out of the park, because you guys have just been just rock stars, I can tell you that. That sunrise, beautiful.
There is still frost on the back window, even though I've had the back window defroster on since we left 20 minutes ago.
I'm sure. So anyway, but they've had to do this countless times. My mom said, yeah, the Farmer's Almanac said it's going to be a mild winter. I don't call this a mild winter. And I like the cold. Believe me, I like the cold, but there's been a lot of snow this winter. But I'll miss it when the snow goes away and the cold weather goes away, because I like the cold. She likes the warm. Hi, Wolf. How are you? So anyway, and speeding up on a icy road probably is not the best thing in the world. And also, we don't do that in the morning. I'm glad you're doing good. But anyway, we just come in here, we chit chat, we spend some time, especially if it's okay, then slow down. Yeah, that's the reason. The roads aren't terribly icy, but we still need to make sure that we're keeping safe. But If you're new to this channel, this is a channel focused on connection and making those connections happen and building those connections. We don't often go live in the morning, so if you all get me live in the morning, that's a wonderful thing because it doesn't happen very often. This is my mother's channel. I just do a lot of the live stuff for it. No, no donuts, just having my coffee and my protein shake. But donuts actually sound really good with a cup of coffee, especially this morning.
Right.
And we focus on connection, and this is her channel. But as someone that deals with fibromyalgia, I really benefit from the connection. It's something I need. Just peer support. We do a lot of peer support. We come in and talk about topics. I know it says crochet, but we do not do any crochet. You do not need a crochet hook to build those connections. When you have those connections built, it does something to the old brain over here, and it actually helps with a lot of things. Somebody that may be struggling with depression, or somebody that's dealing with not being able to go out too often. I was a mother of a special needs child for many years. I still am a mother of a special needs child, but she's grown. And I didn't get out too much, and it was just because I was caring for her. And so there's people out there that have that, or they have illnesses. There's some days as a fibromyalgia patient, I can't go out too often. I can't go out for the day because the pain level's there. So when you have that, or somebody that may be caregiving for a parent, or a loved one or something like that, these kind of channels really help so that nobody needs to suffer in silence if they're going through whatever they're going through. It is there so that we, can just kind of have, and if people don't believe that you can make those friendships over YouTube, you can. I have several people in my inner circle now that I've met through this that are almost like, they're like, brothers and sisters. And I'm an only child. I don't think you're having any more children. She's done with that. So I've made them, and they've really helped. We also talk about being proud of being yourself because everyone else is taken. We talk about subjects from autism to dealing with a parent with dementia. I've had experienced that. I've been through a divorce. I've been through an abusive relationship. I mean, the whole gamut of stuff. And I'm willing to have anybody on that has a different field that they would like to talk about, or has some things that they feel that they could help our audience with as far as topics. In our link tree, you will see that there is a new thing added. It's actually added to our information on our channel. It's an interview link. So it means that if you want to be a guest on Blessed to Crochet, you can fill that out. Doesn't mean we're going to do it, but if we feel like the content you could share is something that would help our viewers, then we'll be more than glad to have you on. We're all about supporting other channels. I don't care how big we get. We do a take a break shout out. We try to, at least every day, and we pick a channel, and we do a channel shout out. So we have a new email. It's B2C shoutouts, all one word, at yahoo.com. And if you're what? Yeah, number 2. B, the number 2, C, shoutouts at yahoo.com. If you'd like a channel shout out, email us your channel, maybe put in one of the videos that we could take a look at, and we'll consider putting you on our channel shout outs. We do jokes about 3 times a week. We try to. We do also do daily devotions for those people that want to watch that content. We always try to do it pre-recorded. We do the Bible verse devotion, Bible verses every day. We missed yesterday because I talked extensively on Saturday and I actually needed to rest my voice for a couple of days. So we do those pre-recorded so that not everybody is going to believe what we believe when it comes to that. We want everybody to come in here. There is no channel bashing. We're not going to bash any other content creator. We're not going to bash anybody else. We're going to be respectful in the chat. We're going to be respectful to each other, and so we don't do any of that. We try to just make this a lot of positive interaction, and so we do the Bible verses. But when we do our lives, we except for Sundays, those are the only days when we will come in and maybe talk on a stream, about God and all that kind of stuff, and we do that not because we're trying to hide our faith underneath a bushel, because we're not, but because we know that there are some people within our community that have come from different walks of life, that's triggering for them, and they are dear friends of mine, and I want to be respectful of that. So we try to just not do that when we go live, so they can feel like they can have that safe place to come into and have that support. It really makes a huge difference. Had to take a sip of the coffee, maybe to warm myself up. I'm still cold. I had to put my snow boots on to get out of the house, and then I had to put my hay boots on to get in the house. My feet still feel like icicles. Yeah, to get in the car, because I couldn't wear my boots the entire time. Sunrise at Bliss to Crochet. I'm going to be on Big Jack Storytime on April 6th. He made a beautiful thumbnail, and I'm going to be on his live on April 6th for a discussion with him, and I'm looking forward to that. And anybody else that would like to have us on, we'd be glad to come on. We'd be glad to have a discussion and have those talks. It's all about the connection. We had a lovely talk with Living My Best Life After 60. It was a 5.5-hour talk. And she said to me, yeah, we have to go for our next marathon and do 6 hours. I'm like, oh my goodness. So that was part of it. I did a lot of talking. So I did bring our devotion book with us so that we could maybe have the discussion with Mom, because we usually do once a week because it's her channel, with the discussion of having whatever it is, and or whatever the devotion is for that day. So I did bring it with us, so maybe later this afternoon I can record us having the devotion in the car. I've done it before, and then we'll get home, and maybe I can get today's done, and then get a couple of days in the can and record them. But I really focused yesterday on a lot of the change in the intros for the Bible verses, the jokes, and the quotes, just to make them more interesting. I think I didn't realize on Canva you could do all the video stuff to go with it. I didn't realize. I was like, well, I didn't know you could do all that. I had to move the finger or the hand. I didn't realize you could do all that. I knew you could do a lot of pictures and stuff, but I didn't know you could do all that. So I had fun with that yesterday. And It showed when um, we put up, what was, I can't think what it is now. When we put up the quote, it got more views to the short, so it made a difference. And I've got a great joke for tomorrow. It's really cool. Now that I realized I could do this, I'm like, ooh, this is going to be neat. Getting improving on there. So, how's everybody's morning this morning? Hopefully, it's doing well. I don't know yet because I'm not awake yet. I won't wake up for a while. But I guess everybody is asleep. So, I'm not the only one that is asleep this morning.
Wow.
Are you all as sleepy as I am? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. He's barreling down. Jeez. Jeez, Williker. Slow down. Maybe he has some donuts in that truck.
This is so frustrating
Why?
because putting
Thing
the
doesn't.
froster on the front because it gets all clogged up and my feet get caught.
She can't win.
When the window finally clears off, then I can put the heat on for like 3 minutes and then
Too much.
I'm going to have to find a place that's clogged
Give me a minute, Mama. So those are kind of following. Oh Lord, it's bright. Those that are kind of following what's going on with my aunt. I want to just give everybody an update. They've had to hire her daughter's had to hire an aide um, for her when she's not there because she's having more and more trouble. Those that don't know, my aunt has been diagnosed with stage 4 liver and lung cancer and is terminal and under hospice care. So she is having more and more trouble. She's fallen a couple times over the past couple days, so she's really sore. And they don't know if she's fallen because she's lost her balance or whether she's fallen because she's just over medicating herself, which right now in her stage of life, go do what you need to do to take care, to take care of yourself. She's in a lot of pain. She has had issues in the past with, drugs and alcohol, so it probably is wise to have somebody distribute her medication and make sure she's taking it correctly and all that kind of stuff right now. So she's, of course, not been able to eat very much. So she's just having a rough time. And, the prayer is, too, that she will know when it's time. I know she wants to stay in the place she's currently living in until the very end, but that she will also know when it's time to leave and be underneath, a facility that will take care of her till the end. So be lifting her up, be lifting her daughter up. Thoughts, prayers, however you all want to do it, because it's a very difficult time for, of course, her and her daughter and our family. The topic for actually today on Daily Devotions is end of construction, which, like I said, God knew when I was going to need that devotional book. But anyway, just be lifting her up, that is the update, you know, as of now, um, of where she's at. Good morning. How you doing, Shatakia Woods? How are you? Welcome, welcome. We're just we're going on our way. Christina has a dentist appointment, and she wants her mommy there. So myself and my mom had to get up about 6:30, and well, she got up at 5:30. I got up about 6:15. I fought it for about a half an hour. 6:15 to go take her to the dentist.
I had the dog to deal with.
Yes.
I did just have myself.
And so it was about -2 or -4, I think, when we got out. It was 2 degrees.
I was afraid to look.
It was 2 degrees, and it felt like -4. That was our waking up. So you all don't get me very often in the morning because this body don't want to move too much in the morning. And usually, like a day like this, if I've moved like this, I'm usually pretty sore after it for a while. So I'm usually tired. It just wears me out. It takes just a while. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome on in. Thanks for showing on up. That's what we do here at Blessed to Crochet. You don't need a crochet hook to be a part of it. You just need a crochet connection. No hook required. Wonderful thing. I want you all connecting with each other and building that peer support. That's why we're doing what we're doing. But anyway, I just don't move. My body is, as being a fibromyalgia patient, it does best if I wake up slowly. I have my cup of coffee. I take a while to move my tail end around, and I do better. But see what we do for our kids? That's why I put the thumbnail the way I did. So anyway, we foster connection, and of course there has been an amazing sunrise you guys have gotten to see the whole way through. I figured you might as well see that versus me. You see me enough when we do live streams at home and the devotions and so forth. And so we just try to foster connection and bring people together. It's all about what it's about. So we're having our coffee together this morning and doing the thing. But I will put it up. I don't know if he's put it up yet. I'll have to check. He may or may not have. But hello, Aqua. How are you? Howdy. Are you in Millersburg? That's not too far from us. Of course, we're the opposite direction. I love Millersburg. I love the Amish country. I absolutely love it. I love going down to Walnut Creek. We've shown it on our channel. Oh, you're in Akron? Well, we're heading in that direction.
Yeah.
One time, Christina said she had an appointment, a doctor's appointment, and she sat there and she said, "Well, it's this," and she put it in. She gave my mom the address, and we're sitting there going, "We don't remember that was this long. I mean, it wasn't terribly long, but we don't remember having to do all this and go all these different directions." And she had us in Akron before we knew it. She put it in the wrong facility. We ended up missing the
doctor has 2 places.
Yeah, we missed the appointment. That was the only time I've been in Akron. But she lives near Barberton, and so near Worcester area. So we live about an hour away. Mom, watch out. And but that's good that we're neighbors. I love Ohio. Somebody was talking the other day, and I was saying, I said, I don't miss Florida. I know my mom misses the warmth of Florida. I don't miss Florida.
I miss gardening all year.
When the fall comes, I'm in heaven. I love looking at the leaves changing. Oh, I just love it. I'm not looking forward to this, to the summer at all. After this winter, oh my Lord, I think we're going to have a lot of storms, and they seem to come in the middle of the night. And I'm and we don't have a basement where we are, so I look forward to the fall because then they die down. I am not looking forward to the summer months.
We actually had a thunderstorm this winter.
Hmm.
I remember thunder.
We had several. I'm not looking forward at all. Not the way this weather has been. No way.
It rains, then it snows.
No.
It rains again, then it snows.
But I think we're going to have a heck of a high water of a winter or rainy kind of time. I really do. I think we're going to have. I think it's going to be. It's going to be. It's going to be very, very stormy, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. Got to get the protein drink in. I have these once a day. This is my favorite, the salted caramel. I love it. I wish to anybody that is listening that has a protein company, can you please make a protein shake or what powder or whatever it is without the need to put sucrose in it or anything like that, please? Thank you. I tend to be allergic, or not allergic, but I don't seem to have a problem as long as I just have one of these a day. But I tend to get migraines as somebody that has fibromyalgia anyway. But they all have to make the protein shakes, and the protein shakes and the protein powders and all that with sucrose in it.
They're starting to make, there is one, and I can't remember the name of it. It's a powder,
It's clear.
and it's got clean ingredients in it.
If you're gonna go, go.
Oh, and I just want to be sure there wasn't something coming. It's hard to see.
Yeah. But I
Starts with a C. It's
I
only got 5 ingredients in it. They're all clean.
well, I love it.
I've saved it, so
Okay.
I gotta look it up.
Because I'm like, I don't handle. I
It's
I
not
don't.
only the sucralose and the other artificial sweetener, it's the seed oils and stuff.
Well, the protein little ball things that I get, Josh, protein buffs
Right.
that I get them really have. They're really low in a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
and they're very good as far as the protein. But
People are starting to get alarmed about all this stuff that's in our food. So I'm hoping that it's going to result in some changes for the better, because there's the food. There's so much stuff in our food that they ban in Europe. Even Coca-Cola over in Europe, they put sugar in it. Over here, they put highly processed, genetically modified corn syrup in it.
okay, Mom,
So,
she had her moment.
well, it's hard. You just don't know what to. I don't know what to eat anymore.
Well, I know,
It's
but
always
I just they need to come out with more protein shakes or powders without the sucrose or any artificial sweetener, because my body don't handle artificial sweetener well at all. If I have anything with that, I will get headaches. I don't really get headaches with this, thankfully, if I have one a day. But I would probably have more than one a day. But I can't because it'll trigger something. When we go after church, these things are great. because it's my breakfast, and I'll have this and it'll carry me for hours. Mrs. Donkey is a very talented yarn junkie. Well, I have the same problem. Don't get me in Hobby Lobby. Oh boy, that's a dangerous place.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I, you know, I have, I loved. Who was it? Um, Living My Best Life After 60. I was on her channel talking about different things, and I've tried doing hats, and I do hats. And I've tried I do scarves. I do one pattern, which is a C to C. That's it. And those who do amigurumis, wonderful. So much wonderful. Hi, Levin. How are you? It's been a minute. It's nice to see you in here. Um, and so, anyway, do amigurumis 100%. So talented. But I really love doing blankets. You've been pretty busy. I know the feeling. And so the only reason we're actually on and up is because Christina, my daughter, had an appointment at the doctor. And so I decided to go live because you all don't get this girl if I come live. It's not usually this early in the morning. So I figured I'd get all the people that maybe haven't seen us for a while to come back in and be a part of the discussion and the conversation. So anyway, she but I do blankets. I really I do snow removal. Well, depending on where you are, you have had to do a lot of it because we got more snow.
This road is
Not at all well done. Somebody earlier said, yes, speed up. I said, no, I don't think so.
not on this road.
Not on this road, we're not.
Right up until now, they've been pretty good.
Pretty good, especially on the highway. But I love doing blankets. That's what I love doing is doing blankets. I have several I'm doing. Oh, they're in Michigan. I'm sure it's had a lot of snow. We've had, I think, the most snow we have ever had after being up here is this year.
Yes.
And my mother very lovingly said, or she said, the Farmer Almanac said it's going to be a very light winter. Yes, you did. You told us that. You told me that. You said something about something that was going to be a light winter, and I'm like, this is not a light winter at all. We've had a lot of snow, and where we are, we're actually is actually the area we are like the one of the lowest parts of Ohio in that section, and so we get a lot of snow. Farmers alcohol have been pretty much spot on until right now. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if they said it was going to be, but I'm not looking forward to when the stormy weather comes because I think we're going to have our.
You're still on the fastest.
Yeah. Loving Failure, you want to come and try to do a better job with these roads? Because apparently they didn't do the greatest.
This is not that good.
So
Somebody's run off the road up here.
I love doing blankets. That's what I love doing. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh. Yeah.
It's no wonder this road is not well plowed.
Not well plowed at all. Good night. They need to come salt that one. That's for dang on sure. So anyway, but I've got several blankets in the process. Of course, I didn't focus on blankets at all. Yep. Watch out for them snowdrifts. Boy, did you. You know, I, I focused on a lot of stuff because we do a quote every Monday and we put out a quote and I didn't realize you could do like video stuff and intros and stuff like that on Canva. So once I realized that recently, oh, I can redo this. So I actually redid the quote so that it gets people and in those quotes it asks you to also, when you see those shorts coming out, put your favorite quotes below those in the shorts. And if it is a quote that we like or that'll fit, because what we do is, and I have to actually update that or record that, we do a quote reflection Saturday, which we take the quotes we've done and we try to find Bible verses that kind of go along with those quotes and do like a biblical spin on them. So, so if you have a quote, put it there, and we have no problem tagging your channel if you want, or so forth, and we'll put it in the quote. You know that came from somebody. No problem doing that. So that's in there. But I'm like, ooh, I had fun yesterday. I got involved in that, and I never got to the blankets that need to get done, but they'll get done. There's at least no timeline on these blankets, but I don't want to take forever either. I think I have 5 in the works right now.
Right. Oh my goodness.
I've got the 2 that are commissioned. I've got the one I'm doing for Christina with the horses. And then I've... Hello, James. How are you? And then I have another one for a friend of mine, and I have another one for a friend, and then I have another one that I have to do for somebody. But I haven't started that one yet. I haven't even bought the yarn for that one yet. My quote is, memories are a great treasure. I like that. I'll have to see. Do you know who said it? Take a snapshot of it so I can connect with your channel. And I'll just, if you know who said it, then put it in the comments and I'll do it. Because that's very true. Memories are the greatest treasure. And that's what I think about with my aunt.
If you don't know, you just put unknown.
Yeah, I can put unknown. My aunt who is, oh, that's all mine. Well, then we can put your name right underneath there. If you don't mind me using that quote for a quote Monday, if you go over to our shorts, you'll see quote Monday from yesterday, and you can give that little thumbs up, right? And give the little thumbs up and watch the quote. And I took a snapshot of it, and I will put it in our next quotes for March. But with my aunt, you know, she's, of course, has the cancer and so forth, and she came up here in August, and it was because of our YouTube community that you know came up and helped to make that ticket happen. And you know, I said that wonderful trip she came here for, I'm so grateful we had it. I'm so grateful that we had able to give her one last hug. But that's so true. Cancer may have taken her out. She's been a trooper. I mean, the cancer picked the wrong person to try to come after, I'm telling you, because she's outlived what the doctors even thought she should be here for. And but I thought, you know what, the cancer may have it, but they can't take my memories. That's for dang on sure. And I'm very grateful. We had such a wonderful time with her and such blessings. That's for sure. Just so people see. That's me. And that's Mama.
Too many cars coming in.
Well, I know. She's driving. I really would like her to stay on the road, but I figured so.
Well, there's like 8 or 9 cars
I know.
heading toward us. A lot of people are going the other direction.
Beautiful countryside. When the fall leaves happen, man, this drive is absolutely gorgeous. My favorite time of year is when the fall happens. But we told my daughter, please do not do this again when I hit the wrong thing. Please don't do this again this early in the morning. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't a little bit cold, warmer than negative or 2 degrees, but it feels like -4.
Well, 9 o'clock's not that early, but when you have to start out at 7 to get to a 9
Yes.
o'clock appointment.
Well, not only that, it was freezing this morning.
You have to get up at 5:30 because
Yes.
of the dog.
And I added Mocha is my daughter's dog, but we're caring for her,
People that get up at 5:30 every morning.
and
Not
she's
complaining, we're
no.
just-
she's a staffy, and if you go see her, she's in some of our shorts. And I actually put her in the jokes. You may see her popping on up in there, but she's a hoot. She was too funny. She went into our bedroom. We closed the door so that she could be with my husband and not get out. And she was crying. She was like, she is too much.
She likes everybody.
Yep.
She loves in the same room.
Yes.
The same
It
house.
feels like -6 here in Akron currently. Oh, my Lord. Oh, there's the snowplow. You need to go down to that street, sir, and give it a snowplow better or salt it or something. Well, we were very thankful that this doctor's appointment was yesterday. I have to say that because the roads, no, they canceled church on Sunday because it was just a mess. I remember Mom coming through and she goes, just go back to bed. They're not going to have church because it had rained all evening, and then the snow was on top of it. So it was just it was not a good situation for road weather and driving weather. And so they made the call, and then they had to make the call to cancel church for evening church because of the weather conditions.
Well, it snowed so much.
Yes.
The snowplows couldn't keep up.
I could not believe, I have video of it and I just haven't put it into a short yet. I could not believe. I woke up and thought, there's a little snow. Probably about 3 inches of snow on our table outside. I could not believe it. I thought, where did all this snow come from?
Put that back down.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I didn't know it was
It was
helping.
helping me, and I didn't realize till you put it up. Thank you.
Because the sun is bright. And if you haven't hit that subscribe yet button, please hit it. If you hadn't hit thumbs up yet, please hit it. I'm going to do the YouTuber things. It does help. We are trying to grow and bring more people in so that we can, just have more community and more connection. I know for some people, maybe connection isn't something that's on their top priority of their list, but it does really help. If whatever you're going through in life, having that connection and making that connection, and yes, you can do it on YouTube. Believe it or not, I didn't think it was possible, but I have made some dear friends. I have one friend of mine that I met on here. She's like a sister to me. She is, as far as I'm concerned, a sister. And she has a child with autism. And because I've raised one with autism, I can be there to help her in a way that I didn't have somebody to help me just to get through it and navigate it. Even though the things that she's dealing with her child are different than what I did. No autistic child is the same. Every child is different. But we can be there as a way of supporting each other and helping each other through it. And if she has to, she has to call somebody and she's having a mom moment, she knows she can call me and I'll understand. I'll know it. I'll understand the struggle because I've gone through the struggle. So, we may not always understand everybody's struggle, but we can be compassionate and just make them feel like they're not by themselves. I truly believe that people have forgotten how to connect. They have no idea how to do it. This connection whole thing is totally foreign to a lot of people. And I think that, you just think, we've forgotten how to do it. We've forgotten how to be there to support each other, how to connect, how to make those connections, how to do it in a positive way that's going to uplift everybody. We say, we got you covered. Thanks for having us covered. Why? Well, it's the intro for our song when we go on YouTube through StreamYard. But it's true. We have to have each other covered. And sometimes when you're dealing with whatever circumstance or life situation has been thrown at you, if you're raising a special needs child and you don't get out too much, I get it. Because when I used to work all day and then come home and take care of my daughter and try to get dinner on the table and get her bath and get her ready for bed, I didn't have the energy to do it. I wish I'd had something like this. My nephew is a genius level autism. My daughter is extremely smart. She's high functioning autistic. She is amazing. She has a great love for animals. She works in a horse barn as one of the things that she does. Good morning, Sandy Wendy. Thank you for showing on up. And anyway, can you go ahead and you can drop Aqua for me? He's been in this chat for a while and he is participating in connection. So when you get an opportunity, you can do that. Anyway, the horses, when we went and saw the barn she works at, and these horses, I'm telling you, when she took me around to these horses, right, and showed me all of them, they all peeked their head out of the barn door because they all knew she was coming to pet them. And it's just like they were waiting for her to come around and give them their attention, and be able to get, she's going to come around, she's going to give me that attention, she's going to give me that pet, that loving. And they just were just sitting there, popped their little heads, they heard her voice. And it's amazing, and this specific lady that does a lot of the hiring looks for people like my daughter because she has a son who has autism. And she said, I love these kids. Yes, they're grown adults, but they're still kids. Because, thank you very much. Because they really take really good care of the horses, and they're very in tune, and they just have she said there's just a great, well, thank you. We have started hi Aquarius, how are you? We've started a new thing, and I will go into further detail, but we used to drop links very recently when people used to come on in. We're not doing that. We want you all to come in here and start making those connections. So as long as you're in here and you're connecting for a little bit, then we'll be glad to drop links. but we're not doing that right off the bat anymore. And that's just because, first of all, it doesn't foster connection, and it actually, and just a little side note, it hurts our algorithm. I could care one tail end about the algorithm. I don't even understand it, but I want to make sure that we're doing what our mission statement is, which is crocheting connection to make a beautiful tapestry of connection in order to produce love and support. And if we're doing that, people are leaving right after their links are dropped, we're not accomplishing that. So it's cold. Yes, it is. It is cold. It was negative. It felt like -4, and it was 2 degrees. And my daughter has a doctor's appointment. She's going to the dentist. She wants her mama with her. You know, she's grown. So we got up. Me and Mama, blessed her crochet, got up at 6:30. Or she got up at 5:30. I got up about 6:15 and got up. So the reason y'all are having me in is because, or not in, but did a live stream was because of that. I'm not a morning person, never have been. I don't think I ever will be. But I thought, well, we're up, and that's why I titled it, what we do for our kids. Even after they're grown, we still do those things. And I picked the one with the snow and the sun. I tell you, it was not easy to do the thumbnail while the car was jumping all over the place. Oh yeah, it was freezer. Oh, it was freezing. My feet are still cold. I know it is, Mama.
I haven't been able to fuss with it when I was driving on that other road because it was too much.
Something woke me up earlier. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to, the daily devotions did not get up yesterday. We're going to try to record them on our way out, when we're on our way home. And then I'll try to do the one before the end of the night tonight. But I talked for a long period of time on Saturday. Love the conversation Echo and I had on living my best life. However, it really strained the old vocal cords, and I took a break on Sunday. But then Monday I tried to talk a little bit, and my voice wasn't very strong, and I would talk a little bit and then it would kind of go out. I thought, no, I need to rest it. That's exactly what I did. I didn't do too much talking yesterday. I just gave my voice a rest. It was about 1 minute in, and I'd start going, oh, I couldn't even hear me, and I was like, okay, this is not going to work today. So that's what.
Until we get to the dentist before we have to stop somewhere.
What? Yes. So that's what I did, and I'm glad I did. But we did work a little bit on our things. We've got a quote, but again, in those quotes that are coming out, start putting your favorite quotes. And even if it's one that we've done before, I have no problem doing the same quote again. If it's your favorite quote and tagging your channel, I have no problem doing that. We that we're also uplifting. We never want to get to the point where we're big enough. And that was one thing Echo said. She said somebody told her one time, you shouldn't go on a channel that has X amount of people. I'll go on a channel that has 50 subscribers. I'll do it for 200. If it's a good conversation, that's all that matters, because it's connection. And if we can't help some of these other channels that are smaller, I remember what it was like to be at my first, our first 100 and 200 and so forth and so on. I want to be there to help. Let's lift these channels up, especially if they're focusing on connection. We're having a wonderful conversation. They're putting out great content. Sitting there and, having, that lifting them up, as far as I'm concerned, it's exactly what we should be doing. So, with that being said, um, I don't know if I'm going to, I may do a live on the way back. We'll see, but we're going to record at least the one devotion on the way back. Um, and so, and then I'll do the other one when I actually get home. And then I'm going to start recording them and getting a little bit more further along. They've just kind of been a little difficult. They've been on topic with what's been going on with Patty, and it's been a little bit hard, but we'll get through it together, right? That's exactly what we're doing. So we're almost at Christina's house, so we're gonna sign off. Thank you all for those that came in and showed on up. Thank you so much for people that became new subscribers today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Uh, Remember, stay connected. Crochet that connection. No crochet hook needed. And remember, be proud of being yourself because everyone else is taken. We got you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And we'll see you on the next one. Love y'all. Bye bye, everybody. Thanks, Sandy, for all you do. You're an amazing mod, and I love you, girl. Bye bye, everybody.